you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update should be a lesson to every guy out there listening. If you're ever out on a date and some other dude comes up and talks to the girl that you're with, you instantly punch that guy in the face. Whoa. You don't hesitate. You don't ask what's going on. You just walk up, punch the dude in the face. Because if you don't, you look weak. 1.
No.
2, she's not going to respect you. And 3, your date's just going to end horribly. Okay?
You've given a lot of bad advice, but that may win.
Right?
You know?
Travis is on the phone and wants to do a second date update today with a girl named Liz. Travis, don't you wish now that you would have just punched that guy in the face?
Jubal, I wish that was the first thing I would have done. I would have just put the drinks down and put one right in the nose.
See?
You guys are ridiculous. There's no way that's the answer to any date ever.
Travis, why don't you tell everybody what happened on your date? It sounds like it ended terribly.
Yeah, it didn't go so well. I took this girl out, and while I'm at the bar ordering us a couple of drinks, I look over and this dude is talking to her. And she's not, like, sending him away. She's just sort of talking to them.
Slow down.
Whoa.
You're how far into this date?
15, maybe 20 minutes in. I mean, the date was certainly in progress.
She was talking to a guy 15 minutes to a date. Why would that make you so angry?
Well, I wasn't angry at that point at all. I mean, she was a pretty girl sitting alone at a table at a bar, so I'm not surprised the guy's going to talk to her. But, when I showed back up with the drinks, the dude didn't leave.
That's annoying.
Whoa.
All right, I was joking about the punching in the face thing, but that is annoying when somebody's hitting on the girl that you're with and then you walk up to the table and the guy doesn't leave. It's like, hey, I'm obviously here with her.
Yeah.
You had plenty of opportunity to ask for a number. She could have given it to you behind my back, and then you could leave and call her later. But at least leave my date alone.
Right. I mean, I clearly sat the drink down in front of her and sat down right next to her.
Did she seem uncomfortable?
No, not really. Like, at first I thought maybe she knew the guy, but it turns out she didn't.
So what did you say to him then when you sat down?
I mean, he was there long enough that I just finally introduced myself.
Oh, nice.
You're like, hey, I'm Travis. I'm sort of on a date with the girl that you're hitting on. Would you mind giving us just a few minutes alone, sir?
Right.
And when did the guy finally leave?
He left, like, shortly after I introduced myself. Whether he got the drift or not, I don't know. But when she and I were leaving, I was like, well, that was sort of weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why didn't you kind of let the guy know you were on a date?
Yeah.
And then she kind of was like, it was no big deal. And that's when I started getting annoyed.
So you were hoping that she would have taken the initiative and been like, hey, I'm sort of hanging out with my buddy Trav here.
Which
Could
would
you
be
maybe
nice.
move it along and let me finish my date with this strapping gentleman?
Exactly. I mean, it could have been a little more subtle, but, at least just get rid of the dude.
So according to your email, it was in the car on the ride home where things got awkward.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, she just kept insisting that it wasn't a big deal, and I just told her, any normal person would have just said, hey, if you'll just excuse me, I'm on a date.
Right.
That's a good thing to say to a first date. Any normal person would have done this. What is wrong with you?
I will say maybe I got a little out of hand, and I stopped the car and told her to get out.
What?
Oh, no.
You made your date get out of the car.
Yeah, I was frustrated, and I didn't have anything to say to her anymore, and I just wanted her to get out of the car. I told her to find another way home.
Oh,
That
my
is the
God.
most jackass thing I've ever heard.
Why are you even trying to
Yeah,
call her
I don't
back?
understand why you want to do a second date update with a girl who you kicked out of your car.
Oh, my God.
Because I feel horrible, and, I like her. I just lost my temper a little bit.
Dude, she
It's
is
a
never
first
gonna...
date, and you kicked her out of the car. Listen, I've kicked a few girls out of my car before, but those are only girls I was like in a 2-year-long relationship with. At that, I can kick them out at that point. But on a first date, you don't kick somebody out of the car.
I know, and that's why I called you guys, and if this works, I just think it's going to be an excellent story.
No way! You sound like you have the worst temper problem I've ever heard. I would tell this girl if she was on the phone not to go out with you again.
Listen, I wasn't the only. She was raising her voice and arguing right back with me. And maybe that's what I like. She's got a little fire in her eyes.
What did she do when you said, get out of my car and walk?
She just kind of stared at me for a second and dropped an F-bomb on me, said she didn't want to hang out with me anyway, and got out.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It sounds like you think that this is kind of a funny story.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of passionate.
Passionate.
I mean, every couple fights once in a while. We just had ours on the first date.
There you go.
No.
Sounds like you got it all out of the way, so it's all uphill from here. I'm assuming you haven't talked to her since you kicked her out of your car?
She hasn't responded to any of my texts. I sent a couple of apology texts.
Weird.
What did you say in an apology text? I'm sorry for kicking you out of my car?
I said something like, boy, the situation escalated, LOL. Listen, I know this whole thing was pretty stupid. I lost my temper. It got out of hand, and I'm really just hoping for a second chance.
Well, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Sounds good.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We're about to call Liz. Travis is on the phone with us. He and Liz went out on a date. You don't need to know too much about their date other than at the end of it, he yelled at her, kicked her out of the car, and made her find her own way home.
So
They haven't talked since. But I think it would be hilarious if we get her on the phone and I go, was it the fact that he yelled at you and kicked you out of the car that's the reason you're not calling him back? And she goes, no, I just noticed at dinner he was using the wrong fork. And I just can't go out with a guy like that. And that's not even the issue at all. Travis, do you think there's any possibility of that, or are you pretty sure kicking her out of your car and yelling at her is what did you in?
I'm almost positive kicking her out of the car. And
Almost. Travis,
Oh my gosh,
I don't
Travis.
think in all the second date updates we've done, I don't think anybody has had a bigger hole to dig themselves out of than you right now.
well, that's why I called you guys.
Have you been thinking a lot about what you want to say to this girl if you do, in fact, get to talk to her?
I mean, I don't think there's much else to say other than, dear God, I'm sorry. I just want to apologize and to sort of explain myself and just let her know that if she does give me a second chance, that sort of thing would never happen again.
Okay, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, all right?
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, is this Liz?
Yeah. Who's this?
Hi, Liz, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Oh, all right.
Jubal's
It just
face.
hurt my ego a little bit there, Liz. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show.
Oh, all right. Good for you.
Yeah, thanks. I like it.
That's funny, Liz.
Listen, Liz, I know it's probably weird to receive a phone call from a radio program, but we recently got an email about you from one of our listeners, and they asked us to call you.
Really?
Yeah, his name is Travis.
Travis?
Yes.
Really? That guy called you?
He did. I'm gonna.
What did he say? He's emailing you about me? What did he say?
He is. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and say that you probably remember going out on a date with him.
That guy's an idiot.
That's a lot nicer word than I would have used if I
So,
were you.
Travis emailed us to get a hold of you because you're not answering any of his text messages after your date. Understandably, he told us about your date. He said that he got upset with you in the car and you guys argued and then he ended up kicking you out of the car.
He actually told you that.
He did. He told us all about the date and he wanted us to get you on the phone to tell you that he feels really bad
Oh my God.
and would like an opportunity to try to explain to you what happened.
It was just so weird because, we got along and I thought, it's like the end of the date and we got into this big fight and I ended up having to call myself a cab from a gas station.
Do you mind talking to us for just a second to explain the date in your words? Because he said that he came back and a guy was hitting on you and that's what started the argument.
I'll tell you what happened. I'm sitting at the table. He gets up. This guy comes over from the bar and starts talking to me. He's not being gross or anything. He just starts chatting with me. And we were just talking. I was just trying to be kind of friendly or whatever. And Travis came back to the table with drinks. And there was kind of an awkward moment there. But then it was fine. And, the date went on. And we kind of had a good time. And then nothing happened until the car when we started fighting.
Tell us how that happened.
We got into the car, and he basically said, you should have said something to that guy. And I said, well, if you wanted him to leave, why didn't you say something to the guy? And then he came back with something else. And
Come on, Liz, you should have said something to that guy.
Travis, you're supposed to wait.
I can't wait with all this bullshit flying around. Come on.
Oh my God.
Hey, Liz, Travis is on the other line listening. That's Travis.
He's been listening the whole time?
Yeah, he has. It's part of the whole thing that we do. But Travis just ruined it.
Way to go, Travis.
Well, listen, this is why the call. I want to say that I am very, very sorry. I lost my temper a little bit. That's not who I am.
Whatever.
Come on, Liz. Happens. You should have sent that guy packing.
Maybe I should have, and maybe things would have been different, but that's just not what happened. So
I know. And listen, I'm really sorry. And all I've been able to do is think about how bad I feel. And I just want to make up for this. I want a second date.
what makes you think you deserve a second date?
Because on a second date, I think I would make you feel really good.
Whoa.
You deserve to go out on a second date with a real man.
What are you talking about?
I was on a date with you.
You're right. We did go on a date, and sometimes real men get upset. But a real man also knows how to take care of business when the time is right.
Oh, gross.
Jeez.
I'm just, I was so attracted to you that half of me wanted to scream, and the other half of me wanted to make out with you.
What did you just say?
I said I couldn't decide whether I wanted to just yell at you or, pull you in the back seat and just start making out.
You wanted to make out with me?
Yes, I was super attracted to you.
Yeah, anytime I want to make out with a girl, I always end up kicking her out of my car.
What else did you want to do to me?
Whoa.
Okay.
Did this just...
anything you were up for.
Like what?
Are you actually attracted to him still?
I don't know. What did you want to do? What did you want to do?
What is going on?
Well, I tell you this, it would have involved a lot less talking.
I don't know. I'm confused.
Are you
I'm
afraid?
really
Are you afraid to
confused.
tell people what it was you wanted to do to me?
Oh my God. I'm uncomfortable.
I'm not afraid of anything.
What is going
Really? Then
on?
why don't you say it? Why don't you say what you wanted to do to me?
What are you guys doing?
Stop. What is happening right now?
Well, you know that car.
Hey, hold on, Travis and Liz. What are you guys
Why don't
doing?
you just say it? If you're so bold, why don't you say it on the radio what you wanted to do? Did you want to pull my hair? What did you want to do?
What? What are you doing?
Is this for real? Hey, are you guys screwing with us right now? Did you set this whole second date up so you
I'm
guys
not
could?
screwing with you. I want to know.
Then what are you guys doing? How is this turning into dirty talk between you guys?
Listen, he talked to me pretty dirty online before we ever even went out. I just want to hear it out loud.
I'm still
So-
not getting it at all.
You're not mad at him for kicking you out of the car now, or you are?
Yeah, I'm mad at him. I think maybe he needs to make it up to me.
This is weird.
I'm saying that maybe we can just channel that anger and have a really good second date.
You guys are just f***ing with me, right? You have to be.
I'm not f***ing with you, but Travis,
Oh God.
Liz!
I'm just being honest.
Like, you're
All
like
right, well-
rewarding this guy for... I mean, I thought we agreed on he was an ass. What happened to that?
He is an ass, but you know what? Sometimes a girl's got to get hers.
Oh my God.
All
but
right.
there's so
Well,
many-
should I just pay for a hotel room at this point?
You know how much I f***ing love you right now, Jubal?
You know how jealous I am of you right now, Travis?
Dude.
I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on, but it's like I won the online dating lottery.
Yeah.
This is so crazy.
Travis, I'm letting you know we're not dating. This is a one-time thing.
That is totally fine with me.
Yeah, of course
Bet
it
it
is. Got this text message in at 78592 about the second date update that we just played. All it says is, in all caps, what is happening? It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I think that's everybody's sentiment. Travis wanted to call this girl named Liz. Travis thought he wasn't getting a call back because he got in an argument with her and kicked her out of the car on their first date. That is the reason that she wasn't calling back. But then they started arguing, and then it turned into like weird sexual tension and then dirty talk. And they basically agreed to go out and just hook up.
I didn't get it. I don't.
Recapping it sounds just as weird as it was.
Yeah, it really is weird.
I still feel a little dirty.
Another text in at 78592 says, this is the first time your show has actually turned me on.
Ew.
Now I have to wait 5 minutes before I get out of my car to go to work. Thanks a lot, guys.
Gross.
Another one that says, Jubal ruined the second date update by interrupting the conversation. It was just getting good. Like, we still are on the radio and have to abide by some guidelines. And as soon as she started saying, do you want to pull my hair? I was just like, I have to. We have to take the rest of this conversation off the radio, I think, at this point.
I think it just proves how creepy some of you listeners are. What are you thinking?
Your listeners.
How are you improving?
Just the internet dating world.
Yes.
That's where these two met. And apparently, like when she was arguing, she said, oh, he was talking dirty to me before we even went out. So why not do it now? I think I need to start online dating, is what I think. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, Brooke and Jubal at movie925.com. We will call the person who didn't call you back.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'm really interested in talking to Laura, who's on the phone for a second date update right now, because the email that she sent in said, hey, Jubal, if you do the second date update, I've got a teaser for you. This guy used a pickup line on me that I guarantee you've never heard before.
Wow.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh, I want to hear it too. God, she's
yeah,
good
me
at this.
too. Hey, Laura, what's up?
Hey, guys.
God.
Hey, what was the pickup line? I feel like I've heard and used every single pickup line in the book, so you got your work cut out for you.
I swear you have not heard this one before. I promise.
And it obviously worked because you went out with a guy.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was kind of weird, but ultimately, I guess it worked.
What was it?
Okay, I'm dying to know. What was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the line was, you kind of look like my stepsister, and I've always had a thing for her.
What?
What?
That is gross, man. Why weren't you
Hey.
running the other way? What is? Now I'm questioning what's wrong with you.
Yeah. Why did that work on you?
I guess because it just totally took me by surprise. I mean,
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Are you sure it's
Normally-
not because you've always had a thing for your stepbrother and this was just some fantasy that you both were going to live out?
I don't know. Maybe I've read one too many romance novels or
Yeah.
something.
Let's hear the scenario then. Like, maybe situationally it might have worked. How did he deliver this line to you? Where'd you meet him?
I was out with a bunch of my girlfriends out at a bar,
Uh-huh.
and this group of guys walks up and just kind of starts sitting down at our table and mingling. Like everybody's just talking.
Tell me you're like super wasted and that's why it worked on you.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't that wasted at the time.
Okay.
Really?
So it sparked
And-
conversation. How long did you guys hang out?
Quite a while. I mean, we were talking for probably an hour or so. And, you know, even at one point I got up, I went to the bar to get a fresh drink, and I come back to the table, and some other girl has slid into my place and is chatting him up.
Oh, wow. And did you kick her out? You're like, hey, you don't look like his stepsister. Get out of here. Or half-sister or whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, I had to get rid of her. So I told her that the bartender was just complaining that something was wrong with her credit card, and he needed to talk to her about it.
Oh, that
It's a good move.
is genius and also super shady.
I don't know. I mean, I just wanted my guy back. I mean, he was mine.
Okay.
All right.
So was this the date that you want to call him back about, or did you guys actually go out?
There's more. So I'm like, you know, you're welcome. I saved you from that UGA.
No, you did not call her that.
I did. I'm sorry. I did. I'll admit it.
What did he say?
He was like, well, why are we sitting around wasting time here? If you want another drink, why don't we have one back at my place?
Oh, man.
Oh,
Sweet. And
We
does he
know.
live with his family, so you got to meet the person you look like?
No, thank God.
Meet the
All right. So did you go back to his place, though?
Yeah, I was kind of up for it,
Cool.
I ended up staying the night. We had fun.
You can always tell when someone ends up staying the night because their voice gets even higher. We
Yeah.
talked about it. We just did it, and it was really fun.
Yeah, we just had a good time.
See?
Yeah, see, the voice is still high. All right,
Nice.
so it sounds like you had fun. How was the next morning?
So the next morning was also kind of funny, but kind of strange.
Oh.
Beautiful Day by YouTube just starts blaring at like 7 a.m. So he's got some preset alarm, I guess, on his iPhone or something.
Whoa.
And, it wakes me right up. He's still snoring next to me. Like, he doesn't even hear it.
Yeah, I can see that. If it's your alarm, you usually sleep through it if you hear it the same thing every morning.
So his alarm goes off again. Same exact thing. Beautiful day. It's blasting in my ear. The volume's up at like 10.
Okay.
I thought this guy was questionable comparing you to one of his family members, but having Beautiful Day by U2 play every morning on your alarm, why do you want to go out with this psycho again?
Come on.
Maybe he's really sensitive.
So what happened? He just rolled over and hit snooze again, or?
So he's not hitting the button, and I just can't take it anymore. So I kind of start reaching over him, hit it off, and as soon as I do, he slaps my hand away.
What? Slapped it?
Yeah, but it's just extra weird because otherwise he's lying there like a zombie. Like he's completely motionless. And he just randomly slaps my hand away. It's almost like he maybe didn't know what he was doing.
Weird.
Did he
Weird.
wake up
Okay.
at that point after the hand slap?
No, he didn't. He just kept lying there.
Did he ever wake up?
Did he ever?
He kind of rustled around in the bed a little bit, but he was pretty hungover. So I can kind of understand why he wasn't too energetic in the morning.
Yeah.
But he didn't exactly say goodbye.
Oh my God, so you just got up, got dressed, and then left.
Yeah, I had to go. So, yeah, I just kind of had to, leave.
Do you think he was faking sleeping so that he didn't have to talk to you in the morning?
God, I hope not. I hadn't even thought of that.
Well, now you have a whole new thing to think about.
Yeah,
Why do you think he's not calling you back?
I don't know. I had a really great time. And I don't want it to be just, a random hookup. I'd like to see him again.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, if he wakes up, that is. Okay? All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Laura,
Yes.
is this giving you flashbacks of your date?
Starting me off right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Feeling
I guess.
positive.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Laura is on the phone. And Why a Beautiful Day by, who is that again?
You too, Jubal.
You too, yeah.
Yeah, kind of
Why?
a big
I should
deal.
know that.
Oh
I
my
work
God.
in radio. People assume I know music, but I don't. I was going to say Coldplay, and I knew that was wrong. A Beautiful Day by U2. Why do we start the segment with that? Because Laura met a dude at a bar. They went back to his place. They ended up, how'd you say it, Laura? Having fun, but you said it with a really high voice.
We were having fun.
Yeah. So they had a bunch of fun, and then she was woken up in the morning by that song right there on his phone as an alarm, I guess, and it kept going off. She tried to turn off the alarm, and at one point, he seemed to be still asleep, but he woke up, knocked her hand away from the phone, and then went back to sleep. And she hasn't heard a word from him since.
Laura, are you sure you want to call this guy? I just think one night stands, one night hookups that don't call you back and don't wake up in the morning to say goodbye are usually probably not very promising.
I hear what you're saying, Brooke, but we had a great time. We really connected. I just think that he was maybe really hungover and doesn't really know what he did. And so I'd like to, get to the bottom of this.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Hopefully his ringtone is A Beautiful Day, too. He's just like a weird U2 fan. Every single song of his. You ready, Laura?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Oh, by the way, what's his name? I didn't get his name.
Matthew.
Matthew. I guess that's important. Okay, now I'm going to dial the phone number and call him. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Matthew?
is this Matthew?
Hey, Matthew. How are you, man? Sounds like I just woke you up. I'm sorry, but this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you, did I wake you up?
Yeah. Hang on a second. Hang on. Yeah, just hang
Matthew?
on a second.
Okay.
Yeah, what's
We're
up?
on hold. Yeah, you all right? Everything good? Can
Yeah,
talk
I was
to you
just
for a
getting a swig of Red Bull. I was sitting by my bed, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Oh, gross,
Perfect.
man.
Glad to see you're waking up.
Oh.
Okay.
What is this?
My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update, and recently you spent the night with a girl named Laura.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right. Uh-huh. Yeah, what about it?
So Laura is kind of wondering why you're not calling her back after you guys hooked up, because she would like to see you again. She told us about how you guys met, and then she told us how she woke up in the morning, and I guess the alarm was going off on your phone, and you like hid her hand away from your phone and went back to sleep. I don't know if you know that or not.
Wow, she told you that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Can I just ask you, because this is what I think. I think that you were faking sleeping so you didn't have to talk to her in the morning.
No, not totally.
Not totally. So you were kind of faking sleeping so you didn't have to talk to her?
No, I wasn't really faking. I don't really fake stuff, you know?
Okay.
That's not
Okay,
really
good.
my thing.
So you were asleep.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't asleep totally. No.
So can you explain to us at least what that means?
So I have this my alarm. I wake up and it's A Beautiful Day by U2. Do you know that song?
Yeah, she actually told us that. She said that she was sound asleep and then your alarm started going off and it was Beautiful Day by U2 and she kept trying to turn it off.
Yeah, that's like my Get Up and Bro song, you know?
Get up and bro?
You know?
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, man. It's like it's a beautiful day, and it's just a great song. It just gets me going, you know?
Okay, so
Okay.
that's the song that you like to listen to every morning on your alarm.
It's like my thing. It's like my thing that I have.
So what's the problem? I don't understand
Yeah.
what the problem is.
The problem is she reached over and turned it off.
Why is that a problem?
Done?
It
Are we done here?
Wait.
No, not yet.
Why is that a problem?
Because it's not just an alarm. I listen to that song in the morning. I listen to it all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
I sit in bed and I listen to it, and it gets me going. It's my Get Up and Bro song.
Okay.
Oh,
Bro.
dude. Hey, I feel you, bro. But
Wait.
why can't you just like let her turn it off because you're trying to sleep and then maybe wake up with her and then turn it on yourself after she leaves?
Because that's not how my routine goes.
Yeah, but when you invite someone over to your house and they stay the night, they're going to screw up your routine in the morning. Unless part of your routine is just waking up with a different girl every morning. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it.
We don't have to talk about that. But look. I wouldn't get up and turn off her Spice Girls song.
Why would you be
Whatever.
listening to Spice Girls in the morning?
Whatever, man. Look, I was off all day, and it was her fault. I felt weird. It messed with my head all day. You know what I mean? Like, it's just straight up disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Not really.
Kind of.
Why wouldn't
I
you
mean-
tell her?
Because I was hungover.
Okay.
And it's also like, I didn't say anything because that's part of my routine, is I sit there and I listen to the song, and she interrupted it. And it messed up my whole days.
But she didn't know that was your boundary.
It's my phone. I don't mess with anybody's phone. Do you go and touch people's phones?
If it's blaring U2 in my ear for 10 minutes while I'm waking up, yes, I would touch your phone.
Then get out and leave if it's bothering you that much.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
all right. Okay. Well, hey, man, you definitely know what you like, and you don't like somebody turning off your favorite song in the morning.
Yeah, you got it out of me.
Yeah. Thank you for telling us now. I appreciate that. Now I have to tell you something, and this might screw up your routine a little bit because Laura is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hi, Matthew.
Are you serious? Oh my God. Man, you f***ing radio people.
I just want to know, are you serious? Because I'm just totally confused right now.
What? Did you just hear all that?
You're saying that because you didn't get to listen to U2, I ruined your entire frickin' day.
Listen, Laura, it's a routine. I listen to Beautiful Day by U2 once or twice, all the way through, no talking. Then I get up, I brush my teeth, I have my protein shake, I do some crunches, and I'm ready to go.
Okay, that's awfully specific.
Yeah, it's a routine. Don't you have a routine, Laura? Don't you do something in the morning? Don't you do yoga or something, or listen to Rihanna or Spice Girls or something?
Oh, my God. Well, the first thing I do is turn off the alarm.
It turns off by itself when the song is over. And you know what? It's not just an alarm. That's what you don't get. It's a wake-up.
My wake-up went off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is stupid. You had a girl in your bed next to you, all right? You can adjust your routine a little for somebody else.
You're in someone else's house. You need to respect the traditions of that said house.
What if she doesn't know your traditions yet, Matthew?
You didn't tell me anything. How am I supposed to know that that's your routine, okay? I had 0 heads up on this one.
It just seems like, Matthew, you're not a very flexible person.
Not on that. I'm not. not on my Get Up and Bro song.
I mean, Laura, isn't that kind of a turnoff?
I'm sorry. I've never met somebody, let alone a guy, who's been this particular about a morning routine.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I tried to be flexible. I tried to listen to it again later, and it's like it's gone. It's ruined.
It's not the same, is it? Yeah, you can't listen to your Get Up and Bro song in the afternoon.
What's your name?
Jubal.
Jubal. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me, man. Like, that's a morning song when you're ready to get up and bro. If you listen to the afternoon, it just, the whole day just feels weird, right?
I'm gonna let this guy talk for me.
Yeah.
Matthew,
I feel you.
Did you or did you not have a connection with Laura before the whole YouTube blunder?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And you want to waste all of that. Like, why wouldn't you just be open to giving someone another shot now that they know what your issues are?
I mean, if I had known that, I would have let you listen to the whole goddamn YouTube album.
Nah, it's not a great album. I just like that song.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad we got that all figured out. Hey, Matthew, I do have to ask you this, though. Would you like to bro out with Laura on another date? We'll pay for it.
Matthew, I'm sorry if I ruined your day. I just think this entire thing was a misunderstanding.
Well, let me just say I'm sorry, too. I'm sorry you don't have respect for people's personal things.
Oh, man, you are
Oh, my God.
So that's a no, Matthew?
What do you guys think?
We got it, Matthew. It's a no. That is strange to me.
That's brutal.
Yeah, wow.
How is it strange? Everybody's got their things. It's about respect, y'all.
Hey, Laura, I'm sorry you did not get a second date.
Well, maybe I'm okay with that after hearing all this.
I think you dodged a bullet. I mean, that's kind of a weird situation.
I agree. I did dodge a bullet.
Well, at least somebody dodged a bullet. Thanks a lot, guys.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Business conventions are good for 3 reasons. 1, you get to learn new techniques about whatever industry that you're in, maybe help you increase your business. Number 2, the sex. And then number 3, the sex.
What?
Those are the 3 reasons that business conventions are really, really good.
What are you talking about?
Anytime you meet somebody at a convention, you just assume you're probably going to be having sex with them.
What are you in the porn industry? Like,
No,
what
it's just-
industry are you in?
Everybody knows that about business conventions. It's like you're in town for one night, you're for the weekend, and you're just there, and you go and you learn whatever it is that you have to learn for the day. Then you go out drinking at night, and usually probably hook up with somebody.
All right.
And that's where James, who's on the phone today, he met the girl that he wants to call at a business convention. So I'm assuming that they slept together. Did you, James?
We did not.
Oh,
Yeah,
what are you doing,
see?
man? Come on, it's a convention girl. They're so easy.
I guess I don't know if that's true yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Is that the way it is? You know what? I haven't been to a business convention in a long time. So I was at a marketing company for like a couple years, and it was terrible. But that's what I remember always thinking every time I had to go to convention was like, I'm going to get lucky.
Did you ever?
By myself? Sure. But that's just...
So there's no fact at all to what you're saying.
Are business conventions like what I think they are?
You know, it's a lot of people. We're trapped in a space. You know, when you get out, I guess things could happen. It happened for me this time, but, you know.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the girl that you want to call today?
Yeah, her name is Kira. We met at a convention.
Really?
I come in out of town.
Interesting. You met at a convention?
Yeah,
Odd.
Talking
we
about
met at
that.
this convention. Shock, right? I come in from out of town every couple of weeks. That's where I met her, and we just kind of hit it off.
Have you ever seen her before, or?
No, this is my first time seeing her. Was at this specific convention.
Okay.
And did you guys actually go out on a date, or did you just hang out all day at the convention?
Well, we hung out, and then I said, hey, do you want to grab, some dinner tonight? I'm leaving tomorrow if you want to grab dinner tonight. And she said, yeah.
Was it clear that it was a date? Because I feel like if you're hanging out all day with business people, it could just be like, hey, we're both from out of town. We both have to go out to eat.
That's when the sex happens.
Oh, of course. Sorry.
Have you never been in business before, ever?
Apparently not.
I mean, she knew that this was more than a dinner date. And, honestly, I was kind of hoping that we would end up having a little bit of sex maybe at the end of the night.
Yes.
There you go. I actually knew that already because I read your email, and it says at one point you started actually asking her about getting physical with each other.
What?
Yeah. After a few drinks, I did.
That sounds so awkward to me.
Well, I mean, we're having a couple of drinks, and I felt comfortable. I felt like she was comfortable too. So it wasn't. I guess looking back at it, it was not the kind of move I should have made.
How did you approach that with her, though? What'd you say?
I was just like, how about I got my room key. Hotel's right next door. I was trying to be sly, and it was not sly.
What did she say to you back?
She kind of got a little uncomfortable and was like ready to go, and I felt awful. I'm a human. And I offered to walk her back to her hotel, and she said no thanks, and got a cab, and I just went back to my place. And, I tried to reach out. I did, because I felt bad, and I haven't heard from her.
What'd you do by trying to reach out? You text her or call her?
Yeah, sent her a text. That seems to be the easiest way to get a hold of her, and I haven't heard anything.
I think the problem was that you actually asked her to, go to your hotel. Everybody knows the way you approach that is you just slide your room key across the table and wink 3 times.
So gross.
Lesson learned.
And then you go, uh-huh, mm-hmm. And then she'll just pick up on that hint.
I mean, all joking aside, I really, really liked this girl. And, that's why I wrote in, because I want to try to make this happen,
Okay, so do you want to apologize to her for being maybe a little too forward and then ask her for a second date?
Absolutely. I want to apologize, and I want to see if I can't get a second chance,
Mm-hmm. You feel like she got the wrong impression.
Yeah, that's not really me.
That's not really you, but if she would have said yes to going back to your room, you would have absolutely done it, right?
Yeah.
So it's you
He's so
sometimes.
caught.
So sometimes that's really you, but you would actually like to date her.
I mean, there's 2 sides to each person, right?
Yeah.
Before all that happened, I really do think we had an actual connection, and I'm very interested and attracted to her.
So you think you just messed up by trying to get it back to your room same night that you met?
I totally messed up. I totally messed it up. I mean, we were drinking, and you know how it is. You take signs that might not be there,
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
All right, thanks.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We've got James on the phone with us, and today he wants to call a girl named Kira. They met at a convention. He thinks he screwed up their first date because during dinner, he asked her if she wanted to go back to his hotel room. Mm-hmm. Not to, check out the great deal on Wi-Fi that they have there or the great amenities. To do stuff that adults do with each other in hotel rooms on occasion.
Yes.
And she turned him down and said no and hasn't talked to him since. But he'd like to get her on the phone because they met at this convention. He's in town once in a while. He wants to go out with her again, like on an actual date and not just try to, get some butt. So,
Butt?
yeah.
God, that is one sexy way to put it. Oh my
All right,
God, how could a
James.
girl say no?
You're about ready to give her a call and see if you can do some damage control and get another date?
Let's see what happens.
All right. The tough part about this for you is convincing her that you're not just interested in sex.
Right.
Because you already went there, so how do you go back and be like, no, I promise that wasn't the only thing that I'm interested in. I would actually like to date you.
Charm?
Yeah, maybe.
You think you have some of that, James?
Well, I guess we'll find out today.
If you had charm, you would have been
Yeah,
able to get her to go
exactly.
back to your room. You wouldn't even be having this problem.
Yeah, I guess it's the power of persuasion then.
I think just be honest and true to yourself, James, is probably the best goal here.
Okay, yeah, I'll just, apologize and let her know that I was just too forward and see if we can't, go back and try it again and show her who I really am.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to dial the phone right now and get her on the phone. You ready?
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Kiara, please?
Speaking.
Hi, Kiara. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
This is who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning?
Jubal. I'm sorry, I don't know who this is.
Okay. I'm calling from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Okay.
One of our listeners recently emailed us about you, asking if we could get you on the phone.
Someone wants me on the phone?
Yeah, sort of. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's basically if you go out on a date with somebody and then blow them off, they email us and ask if we can get you on the phone and ask if they did something wrong.
Who would do that?
His name is James, and you recently met him at a convention.
God, really?
Yep. James emailed us and asked if we could get a hold of you because you're apparently not answering any of his text messages.
Did you like James at all?
Well, I liked him on our date until the very end, but no.
Are you talking about the point where he asked if you wanted to go back to his hotel room?
He told you that?
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
He told us because we asked him about your date and about meeting you. He said that he really liked you, but he also felt like he kind of overstepped his bounds there, and he felt bad about it.
He kind of overstepped his boundaries? Did he tell you everything?
That's all I know is that you guys met at a convention, went out for dinner, and he asked you to go back to his room, and that's the last he heard from you. That's all he told us.
Okay, so did he tell you towards the end of dinner, and I understand we both had a couple of drinks, but did he tell you that he said to me, hey, I'm in town every couple of weeks, and I would love to have you as my friend with benefits?
That is seriously what he propositioned you?
He was already trying to get me back to his place that night, which I figured out.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid. It's not my first convention, but just be like, hey, baby, I'm in town every couple of weeks. You could be my regular friends with benefits? What the hell is that all about?
Is that really how he said it? Because that's not how he explained it to us at all.
Well, I'm sure he's being all sweet when he explains it to you guys. He doesn't want to sound like a f***ing
Yeah, good point.
And then, when I said no, because seriously, I've known him over dinner for maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah.
He accused me of being a f***ing prude.
No, he didn't.
What?
He sure did.
Oh
How did he say that?
So weird, because I value myself as a human being, not just as a woman, but as a human being. He just doesn't want to spread my legs over cheap wine and shitty steak.
Oh my God.
That makes
So-
me a prude.
What did he say to you? Did he flat out call you a prude?
He did. He called me a f***ing prude at dinner, and that was that. And
That
from there,
is-
I got up and I went to go get a cab to go back to my hotel.
That is so like the way he painted it was how much he enjoyed your company and how great he thought you were. Like, I would have never guessed he was that sleazy.
I would have never thought he was that sleazy when he so very nicely asked me out after we hung out all day. But as it turns out, he's no different than the majority of the sleazeballs who go to these conventions and are like, hey, time to hook up. Wife's not around. They're all kids.
Does this happen a lot at conventions?
Oh, my God, yeah. Everyone who's ever been to a convention knows it's just like code for one big fest.
That's funny.
My friends.
I was joking about that earlier. We were talking about it, and I was like, that's the way at least I would think of conventions. Wait, I guess you get a bunch of horny businessmen out there. Is this the first time something like this has happened to you?
Actually,
actually it is, because this is the first time I've ever said yes to going to dinner with anyone.
Yeah.
Normally I just go, I do my thing, I hang out with whoever's there, and I just go back to my hotel room and go to bed.
Yeah.
So he told us that he tried to text you after your date.
Oh, yeah, he sure did.
Oh. Did he
What
not
did
just
he say?
apologize in his text?
No. I mean, he did. He's like, listen, I'm sorry if things got out of hand. And I wrote him back. I'm like, just don't contact me ever again. And then the guy has the balls to say, well, you don't know what you're missing with this. And I'm like, what?
That's so
He
gross.
really said that to you?
He really, I still have the text message.
Wow.
my gosh, that is
He
so-
left all of that out. It didn't, from his side of the story, it sounds like he was very sweet to you after, like, I really apologize for asking you to go back to my room. That was so wrong of me.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you love to just kind of talk to him about it, though?
Actually, I really wouldn't like to talk to him about it. I hope I never talk to him or see him again
Oh,
at all.
that's a shame, because he's on the phone listening right now and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah.
Kira, don't you think you're like over-exaggerating this?
No, I seriously am not over-exaggerating. I have those text messages that you sent me, and you're like a foul, crass pig, and I don't want
All right,
to talk to you
well,
anymore.
Kira, please, just hang on 1 second, all right? I apologize for those text messages, and, like, it isn't really me, but, I mean, at the same time, we were both drinking a lot. I don't remember sending you that text message. I remember apologizing, but I don't remember saying anything about my I wouldn't do that.
I thought it was just another piece of proof of what a disgusting pig that you are, that I saved it, showed it to all the women that I know that are going to the convention in a week to make sure that they didn't as much as even say hello to you.
That's so awesome.
But you know what? You're the one that went out with me. Didn't you just say that you knew that's what these conventions were all about, and yet you came out to dinner with me? You can't place this all on me.
What? I went out to dinner with you. I didn't go back to your hotel room with you and then suddenly become a prude. There's a big difference. I mean, learn it.
Well, but here's the deal. You got me going. We were there together, and then all of a sudden you're going to walk away? That sounds like a prude to me.
What?
We were drinking, you were flirting, you were trying to get me going, and you got me going.
Oh my gosh!
James, why do you have to say it like that?
Stop!
It's true. You did it to me. You got me there.
Oh my God. Seriously, you guys, I'm so sick of this guy. He's a pig. If you can't tell that, all of you are delusional.
No,
No,
I don't think anybody doubts that. Everybody's on your side with this one, Kira.
Once I heard the phrase "got me going"
Oh, God.
a few times in there,
So
I'm on board. Hey, Kira, regardless, would you like to go out with James again on a second date? I'd love to pay for it.
No. Huh.
No?
Hell no.
What if we don't get him going as bad on this date?
Oh.
I would sooner go out with my dog.
Yeah, whatever, you prude. You need to learn how to throw your signals out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely Kira's fault.
Go get a prostitute next time, honey.
Well, you know what? There's another convention coming up. I'll see what I can do.
Now you guys got me going with that whole prostitute thing. And when you got me going, you got me going.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
It's
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Not only does today's second dater think he knows exactly what he did wrong on his date, all of his friends are telling him that he did something very wrong.
Uh-oh.
Alex, how are you?
Hey, I'm all right. How are you?
Good. Thanks for your email. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Oh.
Or my pain.
Oh.
What?
My pleasure, my pain.
Alex isn't getting a call back from a girl named Courtney. And Alex, tell us about Courtney and your date.
Well, we met on eHarmony, and I've done online dates before, so I know that they can be kind of awkward. So this time I tried to like alleviate some of the pressure and go to like a lunch date.
Okay.
And we went to Panera.
Oh, yeah. I don't like it. But,
I like Panera.
It's a strong reaction, Jubal.
So you went there and you had food.
Well, it seemed to be good in that like I didn't feel much pressure on me, and she didn't seem to feel much pressure on her. We were chatting, and we talked about hobbies. Obviously, one of my hobbies got mentioned. I don't know if you've been to a Comic-Con before, but
I haven't.
Pretty fun.
They look like actually they do look like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's like it's a fun hobby, and I figure you're supposed to talk about hobbies on a date. So
The Big Bang Theory is the most popular show on television.
Yeah.
Nerds are very in.
It is very popular right now. It's chic, Alex, to be a nerd.
yeah, but I thought it was pretty good talk we had, and better than usual, I would say, for other online dates that I'd been on.
Can I just ask one personal nerdy question, Alex? I got to know, what do you dress up when you go to Comic-Con as?
Well, there's an X-Men named Gambit.
Oh, yeah.
Gambit?
Nice. I love
That's awesome.
Gambit.
The guy that throws the cards, right?
Yeah. Is that Gambit?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, I don't want to brag, but when I go as Gambit, I go all out. You know, trench coat, purple abs, the oversized playing cards, pretty much have it all.
All right.
Do you do the thick Cajun accent as well?
I try to. I guess it's hard to maintain, but I do my best.
Full character, though. Nice.
Awesome.
Now, when you told her that you dress up and go to Comic-Con, did she seem weird about it?
I don't think she did. I think she, if anything, I guess maybe I'm having difficulty reading her, and that's why she's not writing or calling back. But I thought it was just like a regular conversation topic. It's just that when I mentioned it to my friends, they're like, "Oh, that's the problem."
When you ended the date with her, was everything good? Did it seem like there would be a second date?
It seemed like it. I mean, it wasn't like a real romantic. It's the middle of the day, so I just sort of gave her a peck on the cheek, but she didn't seem to like push away.
Well, that's good.
It was like when she was walking away, you just snatched a peck on the cheek and then ran away.
Drive-by kiss.
Yeah, so she was there for the peck on the cheek. She liked it.
In my view, she did.
Okay.
She didn't resist.
Who could resist you, Alex?
Oh, yeah. You sure you're not leaving anything out, Alex?
Not that I can think of.
How many times have you tried to get a hold of her?
Well, I don't want to be too obsessive, so I just left a message and then called at a different time and didn't leave a message, and then I sent a couple of texts, but the texts were in succession.
All right, Gambit, well, hang on. We're going to play a song, come back, and get your superpowered second date update, all right?
Okay.
All right, man, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Alex?
Yep.
If this second date update doesn't work out for you, trust me, there are plenty of girls out there who would love to date a guy who dresses up in costume at Comic-Con. Lots of texting at 78592 saying they would love to meet you and go out with you.
Cool.
I will even strictly address you as Gambit or Remy LeBeau from here on out.
How excited he got.
Hey.
Alex is on the phone with us right now about to do a second date update. He emailed us about a girl he met named Courtney. Courtney isn't giving him a call back after their date. They went to Panera Bread for lunch. He thinks he made a mistake when he told her that he dresses up as Gambit for Comic-Con. And all of his friends agree with him and said, dude, you shouldn't have told her that. She's going to think you're a nerdy guy and not want to date you. I have a hard time believing that would scare a girl away, just knowing that you do that. Because like I said, at least you're passionate about something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Alex, we're going to give her a call right now. You ready?
Okay.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Courtney, please?
Hi, this is Courtney.
Hey, Courtney, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on Moving 92.5.
Sorry?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on the radio station Moving 92.5. You got a second?
Sorry, what's this about?
I don't know. Do you listen to the show at all, Courtney? Have you heard the second date update before?
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes, okay. You recently went out on a date with one of our listeners who wants to do a second date update on you.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
His name is Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been on many dates other than with Alex lately?
Not really, but
Did you like Alex? Did you enjoy your date?
oh, well, he's really nice. This is really weird. This is really strange.
Courtney, let me ask you a question. Alex talked to us, and he shared with us that he thinks the fact that he told you that he dresses up for Comic-Con might have been a turnoff for you.
Oh, he is. I don't know. I didn't really know what it was, and he was trying to tell me about it. And I went home and I just Googled it because I didn't really know what he was talking about.
Uh-huh.
And it's like grown adult people but dressing in costumes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that's fun for some people, but it was like really strange. Like he like let off with that. Like, by the way, I'm really into Comic-Con, and I don't know. He was like showing me this costume of somebody like I've literally never heard of, and it was just the strangest thing in the world.
Okay, so that was it then. He's like just too into Comic-Con and comic books and dressing up as characters for you?
Well, that's mean to say like that's it. Like, you know, if one hobby, like no, thank you. I mean, right?
So you just didn't like him?
No. I like him. I totally think he's like really sweet. I really don't want to say anything bad about him, like especially on the radio, you know?
Do you have bad things to say?
No. I don't want to say something that's not nice.
Well, if it's not that bad, he's the one that wants to know anyway. So you're kind of doing him a favor by letting him know if he screwed up on the date in some way.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't do anything, like, he didn't screw up. He wasn't mean to me.
Well, what was it, though, that turned you off?
Well, I mean, it was awkward. He shows up, like, we went just for, like, a quick lunch, like, totally informal.
He told me Panera Bread.
Hey.
You lucky lady.
5-star.
Yeah, Panera. It was, I don't know, it's like it's a neutral location in the middle of the day, right? So, but he like shows up, and I feel really bad that I just laughed about this, but he's wearing these like denim shorts that I haven't seen since like since I was like a kid.
He's wearing like little denim jean shorts?
No, they weren't like little. Do you remember those like Jenko shorts from like early 90s? Like,
Oh, yeah.
It was awful. It was so funny, and I just was like, I was a little surprised. I'm a terrible person for laughing at
For
that.
making fun of his fashion?
No, I don't know. He just seemed kind of, I don't know, like he didn't have to work that hard to impress me. Like, I just feel like he was trying to put on this like macho-y kind of thing, and
He was trying to be macho?
I don't know, he was just saying like weird stuff. Like he kept making jokes, and I was laughing at some of them, but like he was laughing really hard at some, like you know, just like over and over. And I don't know, just the laughing and the comments were just too much.
Like, what comments would he make? I'm just curious because I want it for my own mental picture.
He kept talking about like his work and stuff, and then every time he would like talk about somebody doing something stupid, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, like bitches be crazy," and I'm staring at this guy going like, "Why are you saying that?"
So he tags his joke with "bitches be crazy." Oh, that's awesome.
It was a little weird. I didn't expect him to talk like that.
See, now I'm picturing him just cracking up in front of a bread bowl full of chili at Panera Bread. Just bitches be crazy, right?
This date is going awesome.
Hey, Courtney.
Yeah.
Alex is actually on the other line.
Are you serious?
Listening to this phone call.
Hey, Courtney.
Oh my God.
So,
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I just said that.
well, I didn't know you didn't, you didn't, you just, I didn't think the jean shorts were that bad.
It's just not sexy. You know?
I mean, I don't have like the best fashion sense, but it doesn't really matter.
As a guy who's into fashion, Alex, sometimes I wear some things that people don't understand either. You just got to go with it and be yourself. Wear it with confidence. So you wear those jean shorts whenever you want to.
That's all it's about. I mean, I think Macklemore had a whole song about it. Wear whatever you want.
Yeah, no, those jean shorts can never see the light of day again.
Oh, come on.
They were that bad, huh?
Come on, Courtney.
It's so sweet, but they're that bad.
So Courtney, Alex didn't necessarily do anything wrong. He just isn't attractive to you because he dresses funny and he laughs at his own jokes and he has a catchphrase that he uses, "bitches be crazy," after everything.
I don't always use that. It was relevant at the time.
How many times did you say it, Alex? Do you remember?
I don't even remember saying it, but I mean, I guess I might have said it. I've said it before, I suppose. It's like
about 4 times.
Hashtag, you know?
It's like a hashtag.
That's a verbal hashtag.
Courtney, I liked you. Maybe I was nervous because I thought we had a connection. I thought you liked me back, too.
Courtney, is there any way that I could convince you to go out with Alex again, give him one more shot?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He sounds like a nice guy. He just can't dress very well.
Yeah.
And we can get him to lay off the bitches be crazy
Maybe.
line, even though I like it.
Yeah.
Will you go out with him again? We will pay for a second date.
You know, I feel so bad that I just said all that stuff. Alex, you're such a great guy. I just don't think I'm the girl for you. I just didn't really click with a lot of the jokes, and, you know, I don't really understand all the, sci-fi references, and I'm really sorry.
Oh, man.
Alex, you need a girl who's a little more your speed. Someone who's into jean shorts, Panera bread, and great one-liners.
Well, bitches be crazy.
Yeah, Alex, there you go.
Never change, man. Never change.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Second date update.
We've got a guy named Chris on the phone for a second date update today, and I've been warned by our producer that I should probably try and speak to him very, very quietly.
Why?
But
Why?
I don't know why. Chris, are you sitting in a bog hunting ducks?
Oh, that's an option.
Or are you in a library? Well, what's going on?
Nah, I'm just a little hungover from last night.
Ah, classic
I see.
Chris.
Be quiet, Brooke.
Come on, Chris.
What?
Man up, get some bacon.
You didn't know that we were doing the second date update today?
I mean, I just emailed you a little while ago, and I didn't really think you'd get back to me so quick.
Okay.
That's true. I mean,
Chris.
we do decide.
I
when
usually
to do
give you a
it.
day or two, though, notice, so...
Well, I guess I just didn't think I was going to get as smashed as I did.
Yeah,
Good. Leave
that's
him
what
alone,
everyone
bro.
says.
We've
Oh,
all
just
been there.
Going for one drink, I swear.
Dude, I'm sure 2 or 3 of us are hungover today, too, so don't worry, dog.
All right, so take a moment, think for a second really hard. Who is the girl that you went out with a few days ago? What's her name?
It's Karen.
Uh-huh. And how'd you meet Karen?
Well, this isn't totally a second date update because I actually went on 2 dates with her. So is that still all right?
Oh,
Hmm,
not really.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
fine.
no.
You guys, it's fine.
Okay.
third date
All right, we're going to make an exception for you, Chris.
What?
All
We're
right.
lazy?
Okay, so tell us a little bit about Karen.
So I matched with her on Tinder, and we went out to a bar.
Uh-huh.
Had a good time. I mean, I don't always get, wasted, but...
It sounds
no.
like it, though, because you went to a bar, not even a restaurant.
History isn't proving you wrong.
You're stereotyping
Yeah.
yourself, dude.
Wait, were you drunk that night too, just like you were last night?
I was pretty sober when I got there. It was all good.
Pretty sober.
Hey, I give
Oh,
him credit.
Chris.
Pretty sober, still sober.
Good job, Chris.
Thanks.
All right.
So how was the first half before you got wasted?
It was good. I mean, she's a nice girl, and, we have a lot of similar tastes and stuff. But then we ended up doing some shots, and
Nice.
I don't know how we got there, but I ended up talking about my ex too much, and I know that's, not a good move.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's bad. Was she talking about her ex, though, too? I mean, that's the only thing that can kind of make it okay.
Well, it depends on who your ex is. I mean, if you have, a Kardashian as one of your ex, that could be a good talking point.
Yeah, that doesn't usually work for me.
No? You didn't date Kylie Jenner before?
No.
Oh, well,
No, it
okay.
was
This probably
Chloe.
was a pretty bad conversation then.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about your ex, was it like you're angry with her, you're lamenting her? Where's your emotions on your ex right now?
Well, I mean, I started out and I was kind of angry about it,
Mm.
but then I ended up getting a little sad.
Oh, God.
Then I got angry again, because I was mad that I was getting sad.
Yeah.
Were there any tears being shed?
Not that date.
Oh.
Not that date. Okay.
No, but alcohol does take you through a wide range. If you're feeling a little sad, you're very sad.
I
If you're a little
know,
angry,
but you
you're
don't want to
very
go through all those emotions with someone you're on a first date or a second date with, I guess.
And, I definitely should not have done that, and I realized I messed up.
Oh,
So
man.
was the second date an improvement, or did we somehow go even further downhill?
The second time, it wasn't my fault. I mean, the bar had this really good special going, and I just... Sometimes when it comes to drinking, I'm a bargain hunter,
Yeah,
Dude,
I know.
I feel you,
$2
bro.
PBRs,
Oh
man.
my
You can't say
God.
no.
Chris.
It's a buy one shot, get one free. You're not going to say no to a second shot.
Okay, wait, but tell me you
Exactly.
didn't start talking about your ex again.
I did again, and that was when I started crying.
Oh, you did cry. Oh, no.
Real men aren't afraid to shed their tears, Chris. It's okay.
That is true. But again, not on the second date where you promised that this wouldn't happen
Oh,
again.
well, now there's rules. Real men are allowed to cry, but not till after the second date.
This is a
Gosh, women
disaster.
are impossible. Am I right, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get drunk and cry twice, and all of a sudden.
Did Karen stick around, or did she just get up and leave?
I don't remember.
Oh my God!
You grayed out for that part?
That is not good.
Yeah.
But she was just gone.
I went to the bathroom, came back a while later, and she just wasn't there anymore.
A while later.
What do you
Chris-
think drove her away?
Oh, I don't know.
Hopefully an Uber, because she's pretty drunk, too.
That's not what he meant.
Oh my God, you are a hot mess.
I like him, dude.
Of course you do, because it sounds like you're talking to yourself. That is what it feels like for you.
All right.
So, yeah, I know I messed up, and I definitely shouldn't have cried, but, like, it started out because I was so happy that she's given me another chance, and then, you know, that kind of morphed with the alcohol into me crying about my ex, and then I'm sitting at a bar realizing I'm crying about two women at the same time.
Wow. Why should Karen give you another shot? A third shot?
I mean, I'm a good guy, and she's had a fine time with me. It's just...
Did she, though?
I've messed up.
He knows a good drink special when he sees one. There's a positive.
God. I just feel like you should just call this one a loss and move forward.
Yeah, see, Brooke wants you to give up on your hopes and dreams immediately.
I'm just saying.
But we believe in you, Chris.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, Chris. I mean, if Karen was my girlfriend, I would tell her, dude, no way. Do not go out with this guy again.
It's a red flag.
I mean, to Brooke's point, what should we say to her if we can get her on the phone? Like, how should we try and convince her that you're worth giving another shot to? All right, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So maybe you should go pound like a Red Bull vodka during the break.
Just a Red Bull.
Well, we just need him to perk up a little bit.
Okay.
And then we're going to play a song, come back.
God.
We'll call Karen and try and get you a third date update.
Oh, this is a disaster.
If you guys can get her to go on a date with me again, I promise all of you, I won't get drunk again this time.
Does anyone in this room believe him?
I don't.
Okay.
I believe him.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, Chris.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, we're on the phone with one of our listeners named Chris. And Chris recently took a girl out on 2 bad dates with a girl named Karen, where both times he got too intoxicated and ended up talking about his ex.
We've all been there.
And crying.
Yeah, he cried on the second date, not the first one.
Yeah, right, of course.
Before Karen finally ditched him. So now he's hoping that we can get him one more chance, and the third date will be the charm.
Yeah.
He promises not to drink on the third date.
He didn't say not to drink. He said he wouldn't get drunk.
Oh,
There's
did
a
he?
big difference there.
He tricked
Come
me.
on now.
Chris, buddy, how you feeling right now?
A little better. I'm kind of nervous, so I went ahead and did a little hair of the dog.
Took a shot?
No.
Yeah, I just need something to level out a little bit.
Chris, alcohol is your enemy right now,
It makes
okay?
you feel
No.
so much better, though, in the hangover.
Oh my God.
It's
you
a good
guys.
thing. You probably don't want to remember this call if it's going to go the way I think it's about to go.
Cry, please.
It cannot be worse than his first 2 dates. There's no way.
So, Chris, you're asking us to do something, though, that we don't normally do. You want us to call this woman after you've already been out on 2 unsuccessful dates, but we haven't really heard yet, like, what do you like about this girl so much?
Oh, she seems like a lot more put together than a lot of the women I meet, and she has a really nice laugh, and we had a lot of things in common. But I thought we were having a good time.
Okay.
I was having a good time.
Yeah, you were.
Good time with all 3 of her.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to say that this isn't going to happen, but I have been surprised before. So
You got the unblessing.
I
from
guess let's give it a go.
Yeah, I think I'm ready. Let's go ahead and do it.
All right, I'm going to dial the phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Karen, please?
this is she. Can I help you?
Hey, my name's Young Jeffrey, and I work for the morning radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Like the radio?
Yep, the radio. The real deal. Do you have a moment to talk with us?
About
This is not going to get better, Karen. I'm just going to tell you.
Don't tell her that.
So the reason why we're calling is we do something on our show called a second date update. That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards they're not calling you back, you can reach out to us and we'll try and get a hold of them to figure out the reason why.
Okay.
Okay?
Weird, we know.
So we're calling about a guy that you went out with not once, but twice.
Oh, my God. Against your better judgment.
And his name is Chris.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just regained consciousness and he wanted us to call you.
Well, that does not surprise me.
Oh, my God.
Why do you say
Chris
that?
sounds like a hot mess.
He is a hot mess. That is a very accurate description.
Yeah, we know about the dates. He told us that he knows they didn't go perfectly.
That's an understatement. I mean, he's self-aware for sure.
It feels like we know why you're not calling him back.
What did he say?
Well, I mean, he said that you went on a date. He ended up getting a little bit too drunk at the bar and talking about his ex a little bit. And then he...
Why would he ever tell you?
Yeah, he told us. He told us he went from angry to euphoric, and it went through the full range of emotions, and he felt terrible about it.
And then he asked for a second chance, and then he kind of did the same thing on the second date and cried even.
Yeah, he just got so emotional, and it kind of came out of nowhere.
He did say he was crying about two women, not just his ex, but he was also crying in joy because you gave him a second shot, and that really brought him to tears.
Oh. I went out on a second date with him because, it wasn't even thinking of it as a date. I was more like, I felt so bad for him because obviously he's not taking this breakup well. And so I just wanted to be a buddy and...
Like a therapist to him, like help work through it.
Yeah, he is just such a big mess.
Well, hold on, Karen. I gotta say, if you went thinking on this second date that you were going as a buddy and a therapist, it was kind of a crappy move to then ditch him at the end of the night.
Is that what he said, that I ditched him?
Well, he wasn't...
Yeah, to be fair, he didn't exactly remember what happened at the end of the night, but he thinks that you walked out.
Yeah, I did not, in fact, just ditch him. I called him an Uber because, it wasn't safe for him to drive home and crying and drunk.
Of course, yeah.
Also, it just started getting really weird, and why I just was like, okay, I have to shut this down.
Something else was weird about the date, too?
Oh, yeah. So he started talking about his ex, and then he was saying how they really, really loved watching Making of a Murderer, and that's what... they bonded over. And
the Netflix documentary?
Yeah.
Well, it is a pretty emotional series, so if you do get engrossed in it, it could really bring you to tears.
But I can also see if you're hanging out with a guy you don't know and he's crying over how to make a murder or whatever. I haven't seen it.
It's a documentary.
That it would be kind of like a red flag. There's a difference between viewing and taking it to another extreme.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, I feel like this is something that we need to ask directly to Chris.
Like, what, are you a murderer?
That's not what the series is about,
She
Brooke.
doesn't even know.
We have to understand his emotions because Chris has actually been on the other line listening and he wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Chris, you still awake?
Awake.
Hey, Karen.
Hi, Chris. I didn't know you were on the phone.
Well, that makes me feel better, I guess.
Does it?
What? Dude.
Chris, do you remember crying over what is the show called? Make a Murderer?
Making a Murderer.
False imprisonment really hits hard for me,
He's right. The guy's innocent.
Right.
So wait, do you remember crying about it on your date?
Yeah.
I guess so. It's kind of floating back in there,
Well, you can see how that would be a little bit awkward for Karen to have to comfort you through that.
Yeah.
Do you want to say something to
I
Karen
know,
about it?
seriously, Chris, you called us to fight for your chance at another shot with this girl, and you're just silent right now.
I didn't know it was going to be now.
Chris, look, you need to talk to Karen right now so that we can try and help you to get another date, but you have to do a little bit of the work here.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't yell at me.
I'm sorry.
Chris, overall, I get why you might be over emotional. I really think you're just not ready to date.
Yeah.
I wear my emotions on my sleeves, and if that's something you can't handle, that's understandable.
he's getting drunk.
Chris,
What?
do you think you're ready to date?
Yeah, I'm ready to date, man.
Chris! Are you
Chris,
okay?
are you
Right.
crying?
I've been better.
Guys, I think he's crying.
No, I'm not.
Chris, bud,
Yeah.
are you okay? You getting a little emotional right now?
No.
I think, buddy, that you need to maybe spend some you time, just like Karen's saying. Maybe put down the alcohol for a while and
Go watch
figure
the
out-
second part of Making a
No,
Murderer.
that's not what I'm saying.
It'll take some time off. You could sober up, and then you can rethink what we're doing here.
Yeah.
No, I don't think this is like the best time for me to be alone. I mean, Karen's a good listener, and that's the kind of support that I need right now.
Oh,
All
man.
right. Well, Karen, he needs you.
And that's what every woman needs in her life.
Karen, I need you.
I am so sorry, but we just met.
Chris, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I couldn't tell from the awkward silence.
Yeah, this could be going on forever. I need to get back to my life, and I
Okay.
Yeah, we know.
Well, let's put your life on hold for one more second, and let me ask you, would you be willing to go out on another
No.
date with Chris? We'll pay for it.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a joke part?
No.
I'm sorry,
I have to
Karen.
ask at the end of each one of these segments,
See, this is dumb.
would you guys like to go out again?
Karen, would you please say yes?
Oh, my God, Chris.
No. You need to reach out to your real friends.
Chris, I don't think you're begging and crying hard enough.
No,
Yeah, that is not the
stop
issue.
it.
You got to really, really dig into it if you wanted to say yes.
No, that is not the issue.
I mean, I can cry harder if you want.
I think it's worth a shot. I mean, what do you got left to lose?
You guys, seriously, I'm not going out on a date with this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's smart.
Well, what did we learn, Chris, today? What did we learn?
Try not to email people until you're ready to get on the radio.
No.
No. Not quite.
I mean, but also yes.
The thing we learned is never pass up a deal on 4-for-1 Long Island iced teas.
Gross.
What bar's that going on at? Let's hang out tonight.
Moving 92.5.
Napa know-how.
Right now, you can get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card by mail with the purchase of a Napa Legend Premium Battery. Its superior durability, capacity, and power make it the obvious choice for people who hate getting stranded by a dead car battery. So pretty much everyone. The Napa Legend Premium Battery and $20 back. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer ends 2/28/18.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know, a lot of women will tell you that they think a sexy job is a firefighter or maybe a pilot, something like that. But we all know what women really want is a dude that cuts fabric at your local craft store. That is a hot job.
Last time I was at the craft store and every other time before, it's always been like a 65-year-old woman that's done that for me.
Well, you're going to the wrong craft stores
Apparently.
because there are some hot dudes working at the craft stores. And Denise knows that because that's where she met the dude she wants to call today for a second date update. What's up, Denise?
Hi. God, you're a maniac, Denise, rolling out to the craft store hitting on men.
Well, it didn't go down exactly like that.
Okay, how did it go down?
Well, I had to make a return, and I didn't know if they would accept it because I had bought it at a different store. So I called, and the guy who I spoke to was really nice.
Wait, so you didn't even see this guy in person? You just called him on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I talked to him, and he was really nice. And, we ended up discovering that we both went to the same high school.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. How long were you on the phone with the guy from the craft store about returning some fabric?
It wasn't that long. It was probably longer than a normal conversation, but it wasn't that long.
Did you guys know each other in high school? Did you realize that?
No, I guess we went at different times.
Okay. A lot in common with this craft store fella. Did you ask him out on a date right then, or?
No, I didn't. So, I mean, we got off the phone, and then I ended up going right in, like, in the next hour, and, like, he was working. And I saw him, and he was really cute.
Which was,
like, oh, man.
Shocking. Were you shocked by that? You were a little shocked.
I was a little shocked. I was, because I feel like normally it's a 65-year-old lady who's working at the craft store. So
Right.
it was surprising.
Okay, and who asked who out? Did you ask him out or did he ask you out?
We just exchanged numbers and agreed to go out later that night.
Ooh. You and craft store boy are moving quick.
Yeah.
What's his name, by the way, so I don't have to call him that?
His name is Russell.
Russell.
Okay.
Okay.
He probably goes by craft store boy
Yeah.
in all of the circles that he runs in, so it's probably not a big deal. What'd you and Russell do?
We just went to like a taqueria and got like margaritas and tacos.
Nice.
And how was it?
It was really fun.
Cool.
We both talked about how much we dig a bunch of different TV shows. And there's one that I really want to see, and I feel like people have talked about it. And he was like, oh, my gosh, me too. Is it? And then, like, I said Dexter as he was saying it, and we were like, what?
That's like the most romantic thing I've ever heard. That's a show about a serial killer. So you guys bonded over your interest in a serial killer. That's very romantic.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that romantic, but it was cool. We both wanted to see the same show.
Okay, that's an easy segue into so we should hang out and see the show together. Did that happen?
So it's funny that you say that because that's exactly what happened next. He asked me over to his apartment to watch Dexter.
Oh, wait, that same night?
Yeah, it was the same night that I talked to him on the phone and then made the return and then eating tacos and drinking margaritas. I'm going over to his apartment and we're watching Dexter. It sounds like I've known him for a month, but it's been just one day.
Yeah, you guys have spent more quality time together than a lot of couples already.
Yeah, cool.
And you didn't feel like it was a ploy just to get you back to the house?
Oh, no, like I totally did, but I was absolutely fine with that.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, you guys are on the same page there, too. Wow.
Yeah.
How did the rest of the evening go?
So we got there and we started watching the show, and it was really good. And before we knew it, it had been, I think we binge watched it for like 3 hours, and nothing happened. We literally watched the show for 3 hours.
That was it?
Yeah, and then what?
Then I was like, oh, it's really, really late. I need to go. And so he walked me to the door and he gave me a hug and I left. And like we agreed we would talk later. But that was it. Nothing like no kissing or anything like that.
Wow, that's weird. He actually just wanted to watch the show that you guys talked about.
Yeah, I guess. Or maybe he was really into it. I mean, it is really good. It's not like I was sitting there waiting for something to happen. I guess it's just thinking about it. I'm like, that's a little weird.
And you're sure he's interested in you and in women?
I think so. I think we hit it off. I mean, he seemed to be not creepy flirty, but like flirty enough to where it was like, oh, he seems interested in me.
Okay.
And, he asked me to his house. And
How many times have you guys talked since then?
so here's the weird thing. We texted a lot and we talked on the phone a couple times and then it just kind of fizzled out. And I don't know why.
Weird. Well, these craft store employees, they're players. So he's, probably got a ton of girls coming in there making returns. I mean, yeah, he spent a lot of time at the retirement home. You know how it goes.
You guys joke, but if you're a cute boy in a craft store, I'm just telling you, you've got elementary ed school teachers everywhere. And there's a lot of cute single ones.
I hope that's not the case because I want the craft store boy for myself.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him and get your second date update, okay?
Thank you.
Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Denise is on the phone and she met a guy named Russell, and their first date had all of the makings that a long-lasting relationship needs. It had tacos, a mutual love for arts and crafts, and an insane serial killer. It's really all you need to make a relationship work, and they had everything. So now she's confused why the dude isn't calling her back. They met at a craft store. He actually works there, and they agreed to go out for tacos. They went out for tacos, and after that, they went to go watch Dexter at his place because they were talking about it during the date. But since then, the conversation has kind of trailed off, and now she hasn't heard from him in a while. So we're about to get him on the phone and find out what happened. Are you ready, Denise?
Okay, thanks.
Here we go. Hi, can I speak to Russell, please?
Yeah, this is Russell.
Russell, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Why are you calling me?
Because I want to talk to you about something.
Are you hitting on me? Like what? Why is there...
You never know,
No,
Russell.
yeah. No, I'm not, but I am interested in craft store employees, so maybe someday, Russell.
You know, I work at the craft store. Like what is this phone call?
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So we recently got an email about you from a girl named Denise.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Denise emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone because apparently you've stopped talking to her.
Of course I did.
What do you mean,
Of
of course
you
you
did.
did? It sounds like you guys spent a lot of time together.
Yeah, I don't know what you would define as a long time. I mean, we hung out one day, like one night.
Okay, yeah, she told us that, but I just meant like a lot of time in that one day.
Honestly, how much do you know? Like, why would you be... I don't understand this phone call.
Well, we know kind of a lot about your date because Denise emailed us, like I said, and we talked to her about it. And she said that she met you because you work at a craft store that she goes to. And you guys went out for tacos, and then we're talking about Dexter, and then you went back to your place to watch some of the show.
I was honestly shocked that you guys could watch 3 hours of any show after margaritas, and neither one of you made any sort of move on each other.
Wow, yeah. She did tell you a lot, didn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did.
She told us all about your evening, and that's why she's confused. Like, why'd you stop talking to her?
I stopped talking to her because she's got to respect me.
What?
How is she not respectful?
You know what? I'd rather this just go away. I don't want to talk to her again, and we could just move on from this.
Whoa.
Well, can you give us anything? Because she's really confused. I just want to be able to tell her something.
And I mean, if she did something to like disrespect you, she doesn't know she did
Yeah,
it.
she did. She did. Did she tell you how she finished the entire first season of Dexter without me?
No.
Well, she did. And that was supposed to be our thing. So obviously she doesn't respect me now, does she?
Wait, that's what you're upset about? Like, that's her disrespect, is her finishing the season of Dexter?
You're acting like it's not a big deal. We spend 3 hours getting into this series. This is what we bonded over. She takes off, and then she tells me a few days later that she finished the whole season without me. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Apparently, you sound really upset by this.
Yeah, because this is more than just a TV show. This is what we bonded over, all right? So it does, yeah, it kind of hurts.
What was your reaction to her when she told you that she finished the season?
She texted that to me, and to be honest, I was a little shocked. I wouldn't even say a little shocked. I was a lot of shocked, all right? To finish the whole season, I didn't even want to respond to her. I had to cool off. I had to take a few hours.
Wow.
Huh.
You guys are acting like this is no big deal. This is a big f***ing deal, dude.
I can tell that this is very important to you. And that's why I want to tell you that she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Hey, Russell.
You've been on the phone the whole time?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you have time to be on the phone. I figured you're up to seasons 2, 3, and 4 by now.
Oh, my God.
I thought this was going to be our thing. I thought this was the start to our relationship. Hey, let's watch the show together. But I guess you had other plans.
Russell, we've never even kissed. We hung out for one day, and you're talking about the start of a relationship? Like, we hung out one time. We hugged. I don't think I've betrayed you here. I thought we just had a good time.
Yeah, we did have a good time. And then you had to go and finish season 1.
I mean, okay, aside from that being a little crazy, it's kind of sweet that he wanted this to be your thing.
Yeah, oh, totally. I agree. I think that's really sweet. But, like, to just decide that, like, oh, this is really offensive and I'm just going to ghost right now because I watched the rest of Dexter is kind of a little insane. Like, I will absolutely go and watch all those episodes with you again, for sure. I had no idea that you were, like, this intense about we're watching it together.
I told you when it was done, that was the best first 3 episodes of my life. Did that not clue you in on how I would want to continue them with you? I mean, this is just a foreshadowing what our relationship would be. is that we would start something and you'd finish it without me.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Thought you were exaggerating when you said that. And also, again, we're not dating.
I'm aware we're not dating, because if we were dating, you wouldn't have finished the season without me. You did. You don't respect me. You don't respect the TV shows that we bonded over.
Are you being serious right now, or is this just
I'm
like a giant
110%
joke?
serious. This is why I haven't texted you back. You only care about yourself.
You're right. It goes so much deeper than just a TV show there, Russell.
Exactly. Thanks for understanding my position on this.
No problem.
Okay, while I do think that, Russell, you're being like way over dramatic, he does bring up one point. I mean, if you commit to a TV show with someone, you finish it with someone.
I agree.
Okay, absolutely. And had we agreed, I would understand where he's coming from. But since we didn't talk about it at all, he hugged me at the door and we said, hope we hang out soon. I didn't think I was disrespecting him or cheating on him by watching some episodes the next morning.
Cheating?
You watched it the next morning? Let's go watch Game of Thrones or some Don't watch the thing we just started the next morning. That's crazy.
Principles.
Oh my God.
You know how bad I wanted to watch Dexter, but I didn't? I was going to wait for you. In fact, the second you left, I was going to start the 4th episode. But no, I was into you. I respect you. Let's wait, watch Dexter together. Nope, you just decide, I'm going to get some shut-eye, wake up, Russell, I'm going to start episode 4.
Oh my God. You are a crazy person.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
I can tell you're fired up, Russell, but I have to ask, would you like to go on a second date with Denise? We will pay for it.
No, I don't have time. I have to catch up on Dexter.
Oh, man.
I have a feeling that, Denise, you may be over it too.
Yeah, I think I'm over it, dude. I can't believe I even like you. You sound like the total opposite of anything that I would like, which is stable.
You know what? I don't need you. I don't need people that are cheaters in my life.
Wow. He is really low key.
It's important to him.
Yeah. Russell, I really hope you never meet anybody and start Breaking Bad with them.
Yeah, right?
I hope you never meet anyone, because that's going to be the craziest, most toxic relationship in the entire world. And that's going to be before you guys even communicate with words.
Spoiler alert, I need to leave.
Oh, my God.
Is that all? I'm done here.
Yes, that's all, Russell. The episode is finished, and I'm glad we could all share it together.
Yeah, good for you, smart. Rub it in. I hope a girl never does that to you.
I hope so, too. And Denise, I hope you learned a valuable lesson today.
Absolutely. Don't date psychopaths.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Man, people take their TV watching very seriously.
Yeah.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Text in at 78592. It says, I had an ex that watched episodes of Park and Rec ahead of where we were at, and it was like a stab through the heart.
It is.
If you don't know what I'm talking about today's second date update. This dude, Russell, got a call from Denise. They went out together, and he wasn't calling her back. On their date, they ended up watching Dexter together, and they really enjoyed it. So she went home and watched a few episodes on her own and told him about it. And he stopped talking to her and didn't want to see her again because she was a liar and a cheater. And how dare she watch more episodes without him? He was pissed. And everybody texting in right now at 78592 is pretty much on his side.
Of course.
Yeah, okay. I understand being upset, right? It's caused fights in my relationship even before. But to not go out with someone again over it, that seems extreme
I
to me.
refuse to watch anything with my girlfriend for the same reason. You go ahead a couple episodes, I'm like, okay, I will never start anything with you ever again. But you're right. It's not like I'm never going to see her again. I just don't watch TV with her anymore.
You're doing the smart thing. You're not watching TV with her, and you're not watching, because if she did watch an episode ahead of you, you'd probably end up breaking up with her at some point. Somebody texted in at 78592 and says, I kind of get it. I've been dying to watch the new episode of Game of Thrones, but that's my girlfriend's show, and if
Yeah.
she finds out, she'll kill me.
Well, did
And
you
there's lots of people texting in at 78592 saying they would kill somebody for watching episodes ahead of them.
Did you see the text that says, my husband didn't talk to me for 3 days because I watched an episode of Arrow without him? It was super offensive to him, too, apparently.
Yeah, apparently that's the worst thing you can do in a relationship. It's like,
Days of the silent treatment?
Hey, I feel it, honestly.
I would rather you go out and have an affair. A super emotional one where you spent the whole time talking about how terrible I was as a person and that's why you're cheating on me, then watch one episode of Dexter without me.
Oh my God.
That is ridiculous.
Can you imagine
disrespect?
if you actually did a spoiler to him? Like if you
Oh,
gave him
man.
something that happened later in the season?
So they decided not to go out again. He did not want to talk to her anymore, and she was like, you're crazy because you're this upset about me watching Dexter ahead of time, and she didn't want to go out with him. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back, and hopefully it's not as bad as what just happened. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Move at 92.5.
Napa know-how.
Right now, you can get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card by mail with the purchase of a Napa Legend Premium Battery. Its superior durability, capacity, and power make it the obvious choice for people who hate getting stranded by a dead car battery. So pretty much everyone. The Napa Legend Premium Battery and $20 back. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer ends 2/28/18.